The Tuskegee Syphilis Study, a dark stain on the fabric of scientific research. From 1932 to 1972, this study took place in Macon County, Alabama. The U.S. Public Health Service conducted it. Their goal? To study the natural progression of untreated syphilis in black men, a decision with devastating consequences. The 600 men recruited for the study were poor sharecroppers. They were promised free medical care, a lifeline in a time of hardship. But the truth was far more sinister. The men were never told they had syphilis. Instead, they were told they were being treated for bad blood, a catch-all term for various ailments. The men received placebos, not treatment. Even when penicillin became the standard treatment for syphilis in the 1940s, it was withheld. The researchers prioritized the study over the well-being of the men, a gross violation of trust. The consequences were dire. Untreated syphilis can lead to blindness, heart disease, mental illness, and even death. Many of the men experienced these devastating health problems. The disease spread to wives and partners, unknowingly infecting future generations. The study's legacy became one of pain, suffering, and premature death. A stark reminder of the human cost of unethical research. The Tuskegee study violated a fundamental ethical principle: informed consent. The men were never given accurate information about their condition or the study's purpose. They were not given the opportunity to refuse participation. They were denied the autonomy to make decisions about their own health. This lack of consent turned a medical study into a cruel experiment. In 1972, the truth about the Tuskegee study was finally revealed. Public outrage was swift and relentless. The study was immediately shut down. The ethical violations were undeniable. This horrific case study spurred a movement for reform in research ethics. The world demanded better. In 1979, the Belmont Report was published, a landmark document. It outlined ethical principles for human subjects research. This report became a cornerstone of ethical guidelines for research worldwide. It aimed to prevent atrocities like Tuskegee from ever happening again. The Belmont Report emphasizes three core principles: respect for persons, recognizing the autonomy of all individuals and protecting those with diminished autonomy. Informed consent is paramount. Beneficence, maximizing benefits and minimizing risks to research participants. Do no harm is a fundamental tenet. Justice, ensuring fair selection of participants and equitable distribution of benefits and burdens. No group should be exploited or unjustly excluded. The Tuskegee study cast a long shadow on the relationship between the medical community and communities of color. The study fueled mistrust and suspicion. The legacy of exploitation made many wary of participating in research. The wounds of the past continue to shape perceptions of healthcare and research today. It is imperative that we learn from the mistakes of the past. The Tuskegee Syphilis Study serves as a stark reminder. Ethical research is not a choice, it is an obligation. It is our duty to protect the rights and well-being of all research participants. We must strive to rebuild trust and ensure ethical research practices for all.